From Homer Bryce Stadium in Nacogdoches, Texas, FloSports presents the Texas UIL High School Football Playoffs. Tonight, a round 4, or a quarterfinal round, or a region semifinal, if you will. Take your pick. When you get to this time of the year, it's always difficult to comprehend how they like to label it, so I gave all 3. But it's the Longview Lobos taking on the Lufkin Panthers. And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tom Franklin. Alongside is Jeff Power. And Jeff, we've got 2 longtime rivals going head-to-head in a key matchup this afternoon.
Yeah, absolute fun here. These 2 teams know each other so well. They played in the same district for so many years. In fact, this is the 81st meeting, if you can imagine that. But the first time they've been in Nacogdoches since 2004, which was won by Lufkin, by the way.
To get here in round number 4, the Longview Lobos knocked off Westbrook 42-21 in the first round. Dallas Jesuit in the second round game 75-43, and upset Klein Collins last week 30-24. Lufkin, meanwhile, got here with a 28-7 win over Rockwell Heath. They beat Richardson Pierce 35-18 in round 2, and last week were a 14-11 winner over Spring Westfield. So both teams not expected to get this far, Jeff, but here they are, one of the surviving 8.
Yeah, John King's squad 13-1 this year. They are the road team. They'll be in the white uniforms with the green. And Todd Quick's Lufkin Panthers in that familiar purple. They are 11-2.
Both of these teams like to rely on the running game, so we'll start by looking at them. First of all, for the Longview Lobos, their running back, the key running back, is Keeneland Williams.
Yeah, Williams with 1,037 yards rushing, 16 touchdowns. He will carry the rock for the Rockin' L today.
And meanwhile, for the Lufkin Panthers, they've got a guy who's switched from defense the last 2 years to play running back, and Isaiah Phillips has done an outstanding job.
Yeah, Isaiah Phillips, where's number 5? 1,698 yards rushing, 23 touchdowns. Packed house, let's go.
These teams, like Jeff said, know each other and have quite the rivalry. And it's got a great afternoon for football here in Nacogdoches. Crystal clear skies, a little breezy, but other than that, we'll be just fine. Longview, the designated road team, they're in the white with the green trim and the green helmets. And Lufkin is the home team in the all-purple uniforms and purple helmets trimmed in white.
Of course, Lufkin, notable alums, Dez Bryant, Reggie McNeil, Jaworski Lane, notable alums for the Lobos, Hosea Taylor, Chris Ivory, Trent Williams.
So it'll be Chris Kessler to kick it off for the Longview Lobos. Back deep, number 26, Titan Williams, one of the deep backs for Lufkin. And Malik Jackson, one of their outstanding players, also there. The wind blows the ball off the tee. Wind coming from your left to right as you watch it here on FloSports. Hope you'll settle in for a great afternoon of Texas high school football action with us. Kessler sends it high and short. And it'll be Jackson for the 9-yard line. Right up the middle he goes. He's got a seam. And they'll finally bring him down across the 40-yard line. Malik Jackson with a big return for Lufkin to give the Panthers great starting position for their junior quarterback, Kewan Thomas. On the season, completing 58% of his passes, 2,186 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions.
Lufkin looks right at home here at the home of the SFA Lumberjacks with all that purple on.
That's for sure.
Look right through the Davy Crockett Forest State Park here.
Running play to Phillips to the left, and he'll run out of bounds at about the 48-yard line after a 6-yard pickup. Isaiah Phillips with the first of what we think will be many carries today.
To give you an idea how old these schools are, Longview was founded in 1909, Lufkin 1911. 81st meeting, they know each other well.
2 receivers to either side for Thomas, with Phillips in the backfield on 2nd down. Right up the middle he goes, and he'll have the first down as he gets into Longview territory at the 47-yard line.
Worth noting, Longview leads this series 39-37 with 4 ties.
amazing back for as long as high school football played without tiebreakers that there were only 4 ties. New set of downs, 1st and 10 from the Longview 47 for the Lufkin Panthers. Opening possession of the game. Thomas will pitch. Phillips will take it out of bounds inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Good
Back
play
out of
right
bounds
here.
By Jalen.
Yeah, working that outside as they trying to see if they can generate some offense to the outskirts there. A quick offense for Todd Quick, the head coach here for Lufkin.
3-yard pickup that time. Malik Jackson goes in motion, but they give it to Phillips. Up the middle he goes. He'll have the first down and more as he will get down close to the 30-yard line. They'll put him down at the 31 after 13 more yards. And Isaiah Phillips has done it all so far on this drive.
Yeah, big run right up the middle, huge hole. Nice little spin move, too, as he carried a couple of defenders there for a big first down.
4 carries for 28 yards on the drive.
Coach Quick said he was stocky and he can wiggle. There's some wiggling right there.
But a kid who played linebacker his sophomore, junior year has converted himself to running back, and boy, has it paid off. Thomas will keep on the option, the read option. He'll take it up and get close to 5 yards near the 26-yard line.
Yeah, they said he moved him from linebacker to running back in his sophomore to junior year back in January.
Spent the offseason working in the weight room to rechange his body and working on the track, and it showed, it's paid off. 5-yard gain to the 26. Jet sweep for Malik Jackson. Around the corner he goes. He'll be dragged down from behind. Tackle made by Keandre Malden. Looked for a minute there that Jackson was going to have big running room, but Malden chased him down from his defensive end spot. So now a big 3rd down and 3 for the 24. Thomas to throw for the first time. Over the middle he goes and overthrows the intended receiver. Looking down the far sideline for Jalen Polk.
Yeah, just slightly overthrown, plus the receiver looking back into the sun. It is a bright, sunny day, not a cloud in the sky.
Now this is into the wind, probably too long for a 40-plus yard field goal. And at the 24-yard line, the Panthers going to go for it here on 4th down and 3. Thomas sets, throws, overthrows the intended receiver, looking for Riley Holt at the 16-yard line. Double covered there. The underneath man who cut him down. You see coming off there, number 12 is Devontric Dotre.
Good defensive stand here from Longview. They bent but didn't break. They'll take over on their own 24. By the way, when these two teams met back in 2004, they met right here at Homer Bryce Stadium. It was a record crowd of 27,000, which was the record at Bryce Stadium back then.
Well, they might come to challenge that record today.
It is packed.
Haynes King, the quarterback, sophomore, 6'2", 170 to lead. The Longview Lobos out with a back to either side. And it's a running play up the right side, good for a first down and more for Jaquan Edwards.
Yeah, Jaquan Edwards had that seam to the outside, and he showed you that burst of speed that he's got. He's got 9 rushing touchdowns, 670 yards rushing coming in.
Picks up 11 on first down for the Lobos.
These two teams actually met at the first game of the season. Longview won it.
King goes under center this time. And will roll to the right, looking to throw on the sideline. Has him at the 45-yard line, and down he goes there. That is Camden Perry with the catch.
Perry, one of his favorite targets, now with 35 catches on the year, close to 500 yards receiving, a couple of TD catches.
They gave him 9 yards on the play to the 44-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 1 coming up for the Lobos.
If the name sounds familiar, Haynes King is the son of John King, the head coach. Haynes, the quarterback here for Longview. Very impressive campaign. Just a sophomore, a youngin'.
That's 2nd and 1, King from under center. And Edwards fights and should have enough to move the sticks at the 45-yard line. A tough 1-yard gain. snuffed out by the inside linebacker Logan Harville.
If you're King, you want to just kind of manage this offense. It's sort of like taking over a Corvette. You know, you just want to make sure that you start the car up and get the ball off to the cylinders, if you will.
He does have some weapons, Williams and Edwards. The two of them teaming up for 1,700 yards on the ground. Play fake, swing it on the outside. This is Edwards, juggled it, caught it, and then got driven back. Ball got stripped away of it after the whistle blew. The double team there came from Jared Thompson and Christian Stafford. Get a look at it here. You see the juggle. Now you see forward progress is stopped. Now the ball gets swiped away.
What good heads-up play, and kind of a quick reminder for both teams when you're in the postseason. So important to keep your hands on that football. Don't turn it over. Always a big key in these games.
They gave him a gain of 3. It is 2nd down and 7. It'll be a running play and no place to go. My goodness. Like a shot off the edge was Jeremiah Davis. Watch this.
And he came in with his arm up high.
Just lassoed him down.
Kind of a double whammy right there as DeAndre Bagley also on the tackle.
Now it's 3rd down and 7 for Longview from just shy of midfield. Haynes going to try and go opposite side. He'll have the 1st down and more. He'll get taken off his feet as he gets to the 39-yard line. And a saving tackle there by Damon McKelvey.
Great decision there. Cutting to the left, good block downfield, and a nice little move here in the corner to pick up the 1st down to the 39-yard line of Lufkin.
Picked up 13 yards. On 3rd down and 7, got a worry from the sideline and now hustles back into the huddle. Played almost 5 minutes here in the opening quarter. There is no score. Play fake. Haynes deep down the middle, wide open at the 5-yard line in the end zone for a touchdown is Darius Carter.
Big time touchdown here for Longview. I mean, could he get any more wide open? There wasn't anyone within 20 yards of him.
Darius Carter with his 6th touchdown reception of the season. Puts Longview on top 6-0. And now Kessler will try the point after. Ball back and down. Kick is up on the way, and the kick is good. So Longview, after their defense holds on downs, takes it from their own 24-yard line, marches 76 yards for the score. And you saw right at the corner of your screen, Carter sneak away from everybody. They were all drawn in by the play fake, turned their eyes away from the receiver. And there he goes.
Mission accomplished. That play action fake, beautiful. We were told going in, that's something you got to watch out for when it comes to Longview's offense. They'll run, and then they'll get you on play action.
So a 7-play, 76-yard drive took exactly 3 minutes, capped off by the 39-yard touchdown pass from Haynes King to Darius Carter.
Both teams look good on offense here to start the game. But Longview able to cash in and pick up the touchdown. That key 3rd down run kind of set it up. Yep. King was able to pick up the 1st down, and then that set up the big 39-yard TD pass.
Undoubtedly the big play right there. So now Williams will come to the near side. Jackson will go to the far side to await Kessler's kickoff. Each team has had it once. Lufkin stalled at the Longview 24-yard line. And the Lobos went 76 yards for the score on their opening possession.
This is the 104th playoff game for Longview. Imagine that. That's a lot of winning. 710 victories coming in. Lufkin with 683 total.
Oh, Lufkin sloughing off, man. Come on.
They have 46 playoff wins.
Kessler with a run up, kicks it away. This one travels deep with the wind in his back, hits about 8 yards deep in the end zone, and will go out the back end. So Lufkin will scrimmage 1st and 10 from their own 25 for the second time.
If you're Lufkin, you want to put together a nice drive, kind of give your defense a little bit of a breather here, since they were on the field here pretty long, 3 minutes on that last drive.
As Jeff mentioned, in week number 1, 13 weeks ago, was 35-16 for Longview. But both teams have matured and changed since that time. Let's see what Jaquan Thomas will do the second time around. He'll stand, look to throw on the outside, has a man at the 30-yard line. And up the sideline and bumped out of bounds at the 38-yard line is Untitled Williams. Quick gain to 13.
Good play call here. Tyke Williams picking up the first down and more. You see Lufkin there with pack across the side of the helmet. They don't go with just the Panthers. It's more of a team thought, the pack.
They give 14 yards to the 39. Here's Phillips with a run up the middle, and he'll get maybe 5.
Breezy conditions up here, and that could affect things through the air today, as both teams trying to establish the ground game.
No, we're at 35,000 feet, and they're on the ground, so it won't be quite as bad.
Yeah, we're up here in the
Thomas throws again, incomplete. Threw it behind his intended receiver. He had Jalen Polk down the sideline at the numbers, but threw it behind him.
Yeah, he was open here. You see on the corner.
See, the ball came out of his hands. Funny, though.
And his receiver fell down on top of that, trying to make the adjustment to catch the ball.
So now it's 3rd down and 5 for Lufkin. Throwing, complete, right at midfield for the first down to Jalen Polk. Polk came into today's contest with 36 catches on the year for 610 yards, averaging nearly 17 yards a reception. He only got 6 that time. They're only going to give him 5 to the 49, but that is enough to move the sticks.
Take what the defense will give you, and if you can pick up the first down while you're at it,
go for it. Standard set, 2 receivers either side. Phillips goes over right guard and tackle. And we'll get about 3.
Working the right side of that offensive line. Lufkin with a big offensive line. Both these teams known for having a lot of athletic, strong, huge players in the trenches.
The 48-yard line now in Longview territory. Another running play, and the ball did it come loose? I think it did. And Longview's going to come away with it. Oh my. Kyle Johnson came up with the loose ball, but they're going to say a runner was down by contact.
Keep an eye on the umpire here on the near side. He's the one with the ruling here.
Yeah, the ball was clearly out, I think. I think Lufkin got a break.
It looked a little simultaneous. I mean, he hit. The ground can't cause a fumble, so.
Thomas kept it. They'll give him 4 yards, or 2 yards to the 46. Almost intercepted and caught by Riley Holt on the carom. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness.
Great concentration right there from Riley Holt as he hauls it in off the deflection.
That should have been a pick. Watch this right there through the hands of Kyle Johnson and right into the waiting arms of Riley Holt. And they pick up a key first down at the 36. 10-yard gain.
Making plays.
Here's Phillips up the middle, bounced off one man and spun forward for about 3 to the 33-yard line. Early penetration by Kevion Bush, the middle linebacker there, number 26, to spin him around.
It's been a good drive here from Lufkin. Started on their own 25, trying to answer the touchdown from Longview.
At the view, 33. Quick toss to the outside for Phillips. And he should have the first down near the 25-yard line. Isaiah Phillips, you see why he's racked up nearly 1,700 yards this season.
Gets to the outside quick, picks up great yardage, first down at the 25. Lufkin on the move.
Zephaniah Lister there working his way in to make the tackle. And here's Titan Williams, and the jet sweep broke a tackle into the end zone, but wait a minute, there's a flag down in the secondary. I think it's coming back. The Lufkin fans are all excited, but there's a hanky right in the center of the field at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, usually in the area of holding, and they're talking things over with the offensive line, so that's a bad sign for Lufkin.
The offensive lineman saying, what did I do? What did I do? See if we can get the call here from our referee. Lufkin fans, of course, not happy about it. Chop block is what they called. It will happen in the middle.
Watch, there's possibly the block on that right side.
Yep, right there. You see the double team on the edge. And when a defender is engaged up high, a running back cannot come in down low and knock him down. Meantime, we get a pass to Jalen Hull to pick up most of the penalty yardage. So they will get back to the 27-yard line. That was our first penalty of the game, and that was a tough one. And shaken up was Jalen Carr, and he'll go to the Longview sideline. So an 8-yard pickup on the pass to Holt. Make it second down and 12. Referee indicating they want to reset the play clock. Now we're ready to go.
Beautiful setting here for high school and, well, college football for that matter. Far East Texas.
Trey Grant now the running back to the left shoulder of Jaquan Thomas. Grant's got the handoff, looking for some place to go, trying to follow his blockers. And it didn't look like much, but he's going to get 5 yards on the play. Down to the 22-yard line. So it's going to be third down at about 7.
They were in this situation on their first drive. Not about the same area.
Right? It was at the 24-yard line where it stalled. Thomas looks to throw, tipped and intercepted at the 20-yard line. And he stepped out of bounds. But a key interception by Javonte Ritt to spoil the Lufkin drive.
So the chop block calls back the touchdown, and now a pick halts the drive.
Watch him jump the route right there. Tip it, the old tip drill, and then he stepped out of bounds.
Oh, the official got knocked down on the play, too.
First interception of the year for Javonte Ritt.
It's rough out there.
It's a man's game.
Not just for the players.
It's a man's game. So nearly a 4-minute drive for Lufkin. It's snuffed out by the turnover at the 27-yard line in Longview territory. So they'll bring Haynes King and company back out. Here's a look at Keeneland Williams. First time he's had a chance to carry, and they strung it out nicely into the boundary for a short gain of maybe a yard only.
Trying to work that far side of the field, the short side of the field, with the ball set up on that far hash.
You got to have great blocking when you work into the short side of the field because there's a lot of bodies that way in a small area. So 1-yard pickup makes it second down and 9. King from under center, short drop, throw into the outside, complete, hit down immediately as Camden Perry. Only 2 more yards as they get to the 31-yard line. Second time that King and Perry have hooked up today.
A pack of Panthers once again. A lot of numbers around the play, and that's when you can sometimes see a strip, as they were definitely trying to take the ball away.
Well, this is a great defense. They allowed 19 points per ball game and only 278 yards on the season. They gave up 76 on an opening drive. So now a big third down and a long 5. King rolls, now throws, deflected, and is it intercepted? Yes, but there is a marker down. There's a marker down, so hold the phone. Trey McDaniel had the INT. But will it stand, or will there be pass interference called?
Coaching staff from Lufkin's side saying, hey, the ball was tipped.
Yeah, but it was the intended receiver who tipped the ball. It wasn't tipped ahead of time. That's why the pass interference is going to stand here.
See King rolling out here, good time. Nicely thrown ball. Yeah, there's the tip and intercepted. But he was the intended receiver. Good call.
So mark it at the 45-yard line. Jeremiah Davis guilty of the pass interference.
See that one more time. It looks like they got there about the same time. The ball and the defender. Well, yeah, a little collision there.
There's the collision.
But that
ball certainly arrived early.
That ball was about 2 or 3 yards behind him.
Yep. So mark it at the 45-yard line in Longview territory. New set of downs for the Lobos, who lead 7-0 here. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. King keeps and has some running room. He has the first down and more. It'll be bumped down with a shoulder block by Jeremiah Davis, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line of Lufkin.
King taking a big shot right there, but watch this one more time. The hole breaks to the left side.
Just shoulder-to-shoulder tackle. That's all that was.
Longview going with a new
We
look.
have an injured Lufkin player behind the play at the 46-yard line in Longview territory, and that's what's causing the delay in the action right here.
Longview going with that gold L this year as opposed to the white rocket L for many years. There's a good look at father-son, John King on the left there, the head coach.
Big 21-yard gain for Haynes King there on the option. And that is Logan Harville, slow to get up. Oh, he got cut down from behind right there. You saw him go flying.
Grabbing that right ankle. He is gingerly walking off the field.
Yeah, that was very dangerous low block right there. And Harville is a kid who started out as the backup at the linebacker position, but took over after 5 games with his overall solid play. Had 63 tackles, 2 TFLs, and 2 sacks coming in.
Down to 1:48 here in the first quarter. Both teams have been moving the football. Turnovers have cost Lufkin.
1st and 10 for Longview. Again, they go deep play action. Over the middle, wide open, touchdown! Camden Perry. And the same play that they threw to the other side to Darius Carter works again, this time to the right to Camden Perry.
That's his 3rd touchdown catch of the year, well over 500 yards receiving. Wide open once again, about 5 or 6 yards away from the defender. Just a little pitch and catch right there.
So once again, Kessler will try and tack on the point after.
Haynes King.
Whoa,
Good.
high snap. Kessler's going to have it by himself. Look for somebody to throw to. Throw it up into no man's land, and it goes harmlessly to the turf. So no point after will keep the score at 13-0. Let's get a look again at the touchdown. Same play. Hide the ball and then throw it deep over the middle. And Perry gets away from Jeremiah Davis for the score. 2nd touchdown pass of the game for Haynes King.
King does a really good job of just faking the handoff, using the play action. Gives his receivers time to make the break. And Camden Perry, great route right there hit in stride for the touchdown.
Perry with his 6th touchdown catch of the year. And here's the missed PAT. You see just a high snap. Goes through the hands of the holder. And really no chance after that.
Yeah, big scrum.
Jordan Lawson, the backup quarterback, is the holder.
So far, it looks like Longview's been able to take advantage.
See the packed stands on the Longview side. Down below us here on the near sideline, same goes for Lufkin. So that was a 4-play, 73-yard drive. Took a minute 22, but the key play was on 3rd down, the pass interference that gave a new set of downs to the 45-yard line.
One of the coordinators there for Longview. Might have been the special teams coach.
There you see the look on the near sideline, the Lufkin faithful
Look at
out.
the fans on the hill. That's a great scene, right? Of course, Lufkin not too far from here, drove right through Lufkin on the way up.
I did too. So it'll be Titan Williams and Malik Jackson back deep to Wade Kessler's kick. Jackson near side, Williams far side. Coming straight down the middle. Williams backs up 5 yards deep in the end zone, and once again it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Talked about Todd Quick, the head coach. He coached with the legendary John Outlaw, who passed away on December 23rd a few years ago. Maybe you've seen the documentary Outlaw, produced by Matt Skinner, good friend of mine. Great job. But I tell you what, Todd Quick's got his work cut out for him right now, down 13-0 to Longview.
Well, isn't it only right that in East Texas you would have an outlaw ruling? The old Wild West days.
You know, Todd was a defensive coordinator for 26 years.
On 1st and 10, Jaquan Thomas throws on the slant, has Malik Jackson, broke a couple of tackles. Still on his feet, across midfield, and near the 45-yard line in Longview territory. Pick up a 30 on 1st down.
That's what you call the yak attack from the pack. How about that run? How about that catch and run?
I like the run after contact.
Absolutely.
Look, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and then 5. On 1st down, running play. And dragged down from behind is Isaiah Phillips. And shot like a rocket across the line of scrimmage was Dadrian Wells. Wow.
Tell you what, the score not indicative of the way this game's been played on the field. Both teams moving the football well. It's just Longview's been able to cash in on a couple of long touchdown passes.
Thomas looks to throw over the middle, has him in at the 35, on the run at the 25-yard line, and Titan Williams spun down at the 23-yard line. Tackle made there by Devontrick Dotre.
Titan Williams, he was the one that scored, but that was called back on the chop block, making a big play again here, down to that familiar territory around the 23.
26-yard pickup, give it to Phillips, trying to find room with a stiff arm. He'll get dragged out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. And forcing him out of bounds there was Jeffaniah Lister.
Tell you what, if I'm Coach Quick and Lufkin, I keep the ball on the ground here. They're running the ball pretty well.
Spotted at the 19-yard line. On second down. Up the middle for a 1st and goal goes Isaiah Phillips.
Phillips just right behind the big offensive line.
Andrew Urlock, the center, at 6'3", 265.
We'll hurry up here.
They spotted at the 8-yard line. 1st and goal. Thomas tries to keep and has no place to go. Longview defense all over him. DeMarjai Darian leading the charge there. They will mark him where? The 7-yard line, maybe? Give him a gain of 1.
Down to 5 seconds in the quarter. I don't know if they're going to get it off.
I think not. Time will expire. Well, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for the Longview Lobos have staked them to the early 13-0 lead over Lufkin here in the Region 2 semifinal.
Sports Southwest football. Live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest. The best high school football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to Ticketmaster.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
Alongside Jeff Power, this is Tom Franklin. We're at Homer Bryce Stadium in Nacogdoches. We start the second quarter with Lufkin having a second down and goal at the 7-yard line to give to Isaiah Phillips, and he's got no place to go.
You know, there's some jawing going on down on the field. A lot of battling in the trenches here, these two teams.
J.C. Blakemore and Javante Arrett, who had the interception earlier, team up to make the stop. No gain on the play. It's third down and goal now from the 7-yard line. King has Phillips to his right. Phillips will empty the backfield. They'll throw it to him on the run on the sideline, but he stepped out of bounds. They got him too near the boundary, and he stepped out at about the 4-yard line.
Big decision right here. Looks like Lufkin wants the points, and they're going to kick a field goal. Tell you, Longview bending but not breaking in the red zone.
And Rodrigo Molina will come on to try the field goal from 21 yards on the near hash mark.
It's no gimme when you're that close and you've got to bring it across to the middle of the field.
7 of 10 on field goals. They get it up in time, and he gets it through for the 3 points. So finally, Lufkin gets on the board. 21-yard field goal from Rodrigo Molina.
Important that they got some points right there.
Indeed.
After two really good drives actually in the first quarter. Just came up empty with the turnover and the going forward on fourth, not able to come up with it. Good angle right there. You can see it's kickers actually like it going from that right hash across the middle. It's the left hash that gives them problems.
So that was a 9-play, 71-yard drive. Took a minute and 56 seconds. Capped off by the 21-yard field goal by Molina. 13-3 is our score now. Just underway in the second quarter. Region 2 semifinal action from Homer Bryce Stadium in Nacogdoches.
The way things are shaking out, the winner of this game will play the winner of South Lake Carroll and Waco Midway. That game being played at McLean Stadium in Waco, home of the Baylor Bears at 6 p.m. tonight.
Keeneland Williams on the near side. Jaquan Edwards on the far side. And kicking off will be Leo Acevedo. Acevedo with a helping breeze will pooch it near side. Hit at the 15, taken on a hop by Williams. Eludes one man, gets up the middle, and will go down at about the 24-yard line.
Big hit right across the middle. By the way, we do have a scored report in 6A Division II across the bracket as it's 14-7 Cy-Fair leading Langham Creek early on, third quarter. Look at that hit across the middle. 3 bodies go flying. You said it. It's a man's game.
Yes, it is.
Well, the game in this bracket, Steele will take on Austin Westlake, 8 p.m. tonight at the Alamo Dome, part of a triple header down in San Antonio at the Alamo Dome.
Haynes King to go under center on 1st and 10 from his own 24. Running play, and this is Edwards. He'll get a nice gain across the 30 near the 32-yard line. That's almost an 8-yard pickup on first down.
They'll take that all day long. Running on the right side of that offensive line.
And important for Longview to get this running game going today because they were limited to just 89 yards against Klein Collins last week, but still managed to come away with a 30-24 victory.
Hard to believe they scored 30 points with only 84 yards rushing.
On second and short. Quick throw on the outside. Perry eludes one tackle. Stays on his feet. Will get bumped down just shy of midfield. Tackle made there by Christian Williams.
So the pass protection's been good for Longview, and you see Haynes King doing a nice job of hitting the open receiver and continue to pass the ball well here.
He's really had good chemistry with Perry so far today. That's 4 catches for Perry in the ball game. Ball just shy of midfield. Early second quarter. Lufkin with a 13-3. Longview with a 13-3 lead. Running play, and Williams got a knee down at the 49-yard line. He thought he may have landed on the defender Davis, but the officials blew it dead after a 2-yard pickup.
A couple of the scores to pass along. Allen leading Euless Trinity 21-13 starting the third quarter, and Katy leads North Shore 16-0 in the second quarter.
Wow, that was a big anticipated matchup in the Houston area today, and for Katy to jump out like that is a bit of a surprise.
Over at NRG Stadium.
Second down and 8 for Longview. 2 receivers come to the near side. That's Williams in motion. They fake the fly sweep. King to throw down the near sideline, just beyond the fingertips of Adarius Carter. Oh, at the 5-yard line. That was almost a big play.
Carter had a step, and again, what a great pass. And that ball just laid in almost perfectly. But Carter could not quite come up with it.
And tough to do into the wind.
Yeah, and the sun.
He got behind Trey McDaniel. Now it's third down and 8 for the Lobos. What will they do here? Three receivers to the far side, and rolling that way is King. Throwing that way on the sideline, just beyond the reach of Camden Perry. Just a little bit outside. Would have had the first down had they been able to hook up. Christian Stafford was on the coverage.
But he did a nice job of putting that ball closer to the sideline just to make sure it wouldn't be intercepted.
So now we'll have our first punt of the ball game. And Chris Kessler does all the kicking for Longview, the placements and the punting. Averaging 38 yards a kick. Titan Williams back, rugby style kick. Will hit inside the 30, down to the 20, and out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. So nicely done into the wind. Take the rugby style kick and punt the ball for 30 yards only, but he goes inside the 20 as it goes down to the 19 with 9:02 to go.
That's the idea. That was all he could do just to get the snap, let alone make a decent kick.
Lufkin from their 19-yard line got points on the board the last time they had it. Let's see what they can do this time around. Ewan Thomas, handoff. Not much there off the right side, maybe a couple of yards out to the 21-yard line for Isaiah Phillips. So far, very impressed with how this front seven for Longview's defense is ganged up on the running game. Second down and 8 now against the 4-man front. Give it to Phillips again. He's got a hole this time. Spun off one tackler, spun off 2, and is free at midfield. To the 40 and tackled at the 37-yard line in Longview territory. Teaming up Jalen Carr along with Jaden Smith to make the stop, but a big gain for Isaiah Phillips.
Hey, Coach Quick said he can wiggle, and there's some wiggling going on. As once again, Phillips showing you not only the finesse, but agility, athleticism.
It's the handoff again for a short gain, this time left side to the 35-yard line. That last run was good for 42.
Remember, this is a Lufkin team that lost to Longview 35-16 in week 1.
And Phillips has room right side. And will get inside the 20-yard line to about the 18.
Yeah, really, if you think about it, Tom, both these teams are moving the ball well. Lufkin's only shot themselves in the foot when they've got down into the red zone. Let's see what happens this time around on the 18-yard line.
Phillips will get a well-deserved breather there as he comes out after 4 straight runs. Grant will take his spot. Jet sweep for Jackson. Coming near side. He'll be forced out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. And that was Kevion Bush who forced him out of bounds.
I like the play call there, trying something new.
Well,
but they've been able to run the ball pretty well in between the tackles, though.
Well, Malik Jackson is one of their big playmakers. Got great speed. They try to get into the ball in various ways. Haven't been able to find him in the passing game yet. They marked him out at the 16-yard line after a 2-yard pickup. Thomas on the pitch. Loose ball on the turf. And Thomas able to fall on it along with Grant. Miscommunication there on the option pitch. Watch it again.
Big deep pitch. Yeah, never really had control over it. Lucky to get back on top of it, though.
So Trey Grant keeps that from being a bad play, but the loss goes from the 16 back to the 22.
Still probably in field goal range with the wind at their back, but they'd like to pick up a first down here and keep this drive alive.
Now you got 3rd down and 14. Thomas to throw, rush coming, throwing for the end zone, and caught! Touchdown! Jalen Polk with the score! And it's 13-9.
How about Jalen Polk? Did a nice job of just running right underneath that one in the back part of the end zone, feet down, tells the choir to be quiet, picking up the TD.
I'll give you a number on Jalen Polk you're not going to believe after we get this play. They say he likes to use that big body to his advantage. Point after try is up and through by Molina. And our new score is Longview 13 and Lufkin 10 with 6:47 to play here in the second quarter.
So Polk kind of gets behind
again here.
He gets behind the secondary. That ball is just perfectly laid up for him. Watch him just run right underneath it. Feet down, touchdown.
Seven plays, 81 yards, 2 minutes, 15 seconds on the scoring drive. Touchdown pass for Jaquan Thomas, his 20th of the year. Watch Thomas cool under pressure, 2 guys in his face, and get it up in time. 6th touchdown reception of the year for Jalen Polk. Had a 7-yard scoring reception last week in the win over Spring Westfield. And all of a sudden, we got ourselves a ball game here, Mr. Power.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we're talking about the coach's sons for both of these teams. Well, Lufkin's head coach Todd Quick, his son, had a big reason why they beat Spring Westfield. He had to get off a punt that went over his head. He was able to corral it, punt the ball down the field, and our good friend Greg Tepper from Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine said it might have been the play of the year.
Molina's kick to the far sideline. Look out. Oh, it goes out of bounds. You don't like that to happen on kickoffs. Longview's going to get good field position to start here on the kickoff out of bounds by Acevedo.
Referring to Max Quick, the punter, Todd's son.
And Todd was saying in the interview that you're referring to that it's a good thing his son didn't try to use that to his advantage. Otherwise, he might have had to go shopping for a new truck.
Yeah, that was a great line.
So Longview will take it at the 30-yard line. Nearing the midway point of the second quarter, 13-10. Longview scored on their first 2 possessions, but then had to punt the last time.
Beautiful December day. I'll tell you what, after snow kind of blanketed the region, a lot of these teams playing outdoors are lucky that the weather's not more of a factor today.
Indeed. A little breezy, cool wind blowing from the north. Perry goes to the far side. On 1st and 10 from the 30. King looks for Williams, and he's got no place to go. Coming up and stuffing the hole, Jaron Thompson. He doesn't play like his nickname. His nickname is Bug.
Well, they squashed someone right there like a bug.
95 tackles on the season, 5 tackles for loss, 4 interceptions, 4 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries.
Just a sophomore, too.
Promoted to varsity last year after just 5 games. Shows you how good he is. 2nd down and 11. Quick throw on the outside. Wait a minute, what do we got here? We have a penalty marker before the snap. False starts.
Yeah.
Eliminate what was going to be a nice catch to Jalen Brown. False start will walk him back to the 24. Make it 2nd down and 16. And neither team likes to get in these, get behind the chains, as they like to call it here, with these 2nd and long and 3rd and long situations. Because of their running games, they like to keep the chains moving and keep it in an adversarial or an advantageous position when you're play calling.
Yeah, both teams, their head coaches talked about the importance of running the football and stopping the run.
Williams goes in motion, lines up right shoulder. King will pass on 2nd and long, far sideline, and too tall for the intended receiver, Adarius Carter.
I'm telling you, blame that one on the sun. He was looking right into the sun there, and that ball slipped right through his fingers.
Got the gloves on that a little bit. Carter, 6'3" receiver, but even at 6'3", that ball a little bit too tall for him on the far sideline. Now the relay to bind. 3rd down and 16 from the 24. The momentum is swung to Lufkin here. And Longview get it back. Delayed handoff. Nothing doing. Thrown for a loss back at the 22-yard line.
I think Uncle Mo just put on a purple jersey as the momentum has clearly swung towards Lufkin.
Courtney Calvin was the guy at the bottom of that stack.
Little handoff, little draw play there, but Lufkin not fooled. And they're going to get good field position here.
Because they have to kick into the wind.
Right.
See what Kessler does with this punt. Good snap this time. Straight away into the wind. Oh, juggled and falling on the ball at the 44-yard line in Longview territory.
That wind just knocked the ball down.
Oh my goodness, that was dangerous.
Watch, he thinks he's got it, then all of a sudden he has to run up forward, kind of misjudging it there. Luckily
wind just
for him,
kept pushing it back.
Yeah, fell right on it. Probably knocked the wind out of him too, the way he fell on the football.
And then have a body fall on top of you, like you needed any more help.
Yeah.
So great field position for Lufkin. Looking for the tying or go-ahead score here. 4:47 left in the 2nd quarter. This quarter has belonged to the Panthers. Here's Isaiah Phillips, and they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Big penetration across the line of scrimmage by J.C. Blakemore. To stop that, they'll give him a 1-yard gain to the 43.
Blakemore with some good size up front. Both these teams have some space eaters on that line.
His name is Jadarian, but they call him JC, and I'm glad. 2nd down and 9. Direct snap to Thomas, trying to take it right side, and he'll go down at the 41-yard line. And once again, Kevion Bush and J.C. Blakemore team up to cut him off at the pass, so to speak, after a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, he was brought down in the field of play, so the clock rolls. We're inside 4 minutes now in the 2nd quarter.
Big 3rd down and 6 coming up. For Lufkin from the Longview 40. 3 receivers to the top of the formation. That's where Thomas looks, throws on the slant, almost picked off. Oh man, dangerous pass. Looking for Riley Holt, and Kyle Johnson was all over it.
Juan Thomas now with a couple of really bad passes. I mean, he threw this ball right to a white jersey. Gotta do better than that.
Now they're going to play field position here and try and punt Longview back deep inside their own territory. Max Quick is the punter. Jalen Carr will drop back to his 9-yard line.
Malik Jackson checking in here to put 11 on the field for Lufkin. That's important.
The end over end kick. Oh, fielded at the 2-yard line. But getting away and up the sideline, out of bounds near the 20, took what was almost a late hit. But a dangerous fielding of that punt by Jalen Carr, but he made it pay off. Wow.
On his own, too. Good fake there. Gets a block.
Missed the tackle there. A little stiff arm.
It's a high hit, too, up down on the sideline. No doubt. Lucky not get a call, Jackson Treadwell.
So now, with 3:25 left here in the half, see if Longview can add to their 3-point margin.
Well, if you're Longview, even if you don't score, you want to take that 3:25 off the clock and don't give Lufkin a chance to score. Good territory.
Haynes King under center. Running play off the right side. Held to a short gain of 2 or 3 yards. Is Edwards the ball carrier? Interesting that Jaquan Edwards has seen most of the duty as the running back, and Williams has kind of been lined up as a slot or as a decoy most of the time.
This time of year, who knows, could be nicked up a little bit.
Or just trying to provide a different look.
Yeah, everybody's got a few bruises here and there when you're looking at mid-December playoff football.
14th game of the year. Yeah, you've had some bumps and bruises. 2nd down and 7 for the 22. Empty backfield. King, quick throw on the outside. And stuffed out for a loss. Perry made the catch, but streaking up was Savon Fields to make the tackle.
Beautiful tackle there. Read the play. But so important to be able to come up and just make that good, firm form tackle. There it is.
Well, the 3 yards they got on 1st down, they gave back on 2nd down.
That clock's a factor. Almost down to 2 minutes now, and Longview going to try to milk it as much as they possibly can before they snap it.
Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Play clock is at 8. 3rd down and 10 from the 19-yard line. King looking to throw. Throws. Perry, did he get it off the turf?
He did.
Looks like they're going to give it to him at the 38-yard line. Make it the 39. 20-yard pickup as Camden Perry scoops this one off the grass.
What a huge play. Beautifully thrown. Look at Perry go down and just grab that ball.
Great
full
catch.
Extension. That's the difference between punting the football or keeping the drive alive.
1.5 to go now in the 2nd quarter. Running play. And this time it's Williams, and he fights hard for 5 yards to the 46-yard line in Lufkin territory. And I think, John King's going to use his first time out here.
Players slow to get up off the field, too, for Lufkin.
Maybe he didn't have to burn the timeout. It's Jeremiah Davis, one of their stalwarts on the back end, 74 tackles on the year, senior defensive back.
He is coming out of the game. Darren Woodson checking in, number 15.
Yeah, if you stop the play for an injured player, he's got to miss at least one, or else it costs your team a timeout.
The clock rolls. You're right. No timeout called there.
So at the Longview 44 to be 2nd down and 5. Now just 65 seconds left in the half. King, play fake. Sets up, penalty marker throw, ball caught at the 30-yard line. Carter keeps his feet, and he will go into the end zone, but it's coming back. That heavy pressure resulted in a holding call and negate the touchdown pass to Darius Carter. Would have been his second catch of the ball game.
Carter not too happy about that call. Great catch and run, but it's all coming back.
Well, Lufkin had a touchdown taken back by a holding call. Now Longview returns the favor, so to speak.
See if we can pick up the holding there, perhaps.
Yeah, just driving him out. So instead of a 56-yard touchdown pass, it's second down and 20, or first down and 20 from the 34-yard line. 51 seconds left until halftime here. Now Longview will be happy to milk the clock here because they will get the second half kickoff. Because they kicked off to start this game. Throw it out in the flat for Williams. He'll scoot up the sideline to about the 39-yard line, where he'll be bumped out of bounds by Damon McKelvey.
Longview's been effective through the air. A couple of touchdown passes. They've been able to get out of some jams with the pass.
5-yard gain makes it third down, make it a 10-yard gain. We'll get him up to the 39-yard line. Third down and 10. It stopped the clock, however, by going out of bounds with 46 seconds left. Williams empties the backfield. Now that's a backward pass. He can throw it if he wants. Instead, he's going to run. Spun off a one tackle. It'll be thrown back by three purple shirts at the 42-yard line, well shy of the first down marker.
The clock's going to run, and maybe Longview's just going to go ahead and let this clock go to zero.
Well, they haven't started the play clock yet.
If you're Lufkin, do you call a timeout here?
Well, if you want the ball, you need to call timeout. Otherwise, Longview's going to let it go, and there's the timeout call.
They wasted about
from the sideline by Todd Quick. Yeah. When Todd Quick, when finally somebody pointed out saying, "Hey, they don't have to kick it," he said, "No, I'm going to make him kick it into the wind." So with 16 seconds to go here in the first half, well, something to watch for the second half, Jeff. The team that has operated with the wind at their back has scored the points. Longview in the first quarter put up 2 touchdowns but missed an extra point for their 13. Lufkin here in the second quarter gets a field goal and a score for their 10. So moving with the wind as your aid has been helpful to offenses. See part of the overflow crowd here. Folks sitting on the hill after all the seats in the grandstands were taken out.
Well, if you're Longview, important to get a good punt off here.
Well, step number 1 for Chris Kessler is just kick the ball and get it moving the other direction. Savon Fields is back deep. We'll chew some time up with the rugby style run. Kicked it to the far sideline. It'll go out of bounds on the far side. No chance of a return. Took 6 seconds off the clock and only 10 seconds remain here in the first half. Where are they going to mark this kick? Wow. They come all the way up to the 40-yard line in Lufkin territory.
I think if you're Lufkin, why not see if you can maybe pick
sure.
up 20 or 30 yards here and set yourself up for a, deep pass into the end zone. Why not?
Take a shot downfield. Got the wind at your back. See what you can do. You know you're going to have to kick off to start the third quarter, so take every advantage you can. 2 receivers to either side for Jaquan Thomas. Low snap. They're just going to give it to Trey Grant. Grant got out of the pile and will go down to the 48-yard line with 3 seconds, with 2 seconds. Will they call the timeout or let it go? Nope, time has expired. here in the first half. But an interesting half indeed. Wind a factor. If it's at your back, you score points. 13 for Longview, 10 for Lufkin. Halftime activities from Homer Bryce Stadium in Nacogdoches comes your way next here as you watch Texas UIL High School Football Playoff action on FloSports.
Battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championship. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to Ticketmaster.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest football live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Longview Independent School District proudly presents, for over 50 years, the 2017-2018 Longview High School U.S. Officers this year left to right, Senior Lieutenant Javier Bauer, Senior Lieutenant Brian Carter, Senior Lieutenant Ashley Lindenthal, Senior Lieutenant Rachel Lynn, and in the center, your Captain, Senior Ashley Jeffrey. The U.S. will now entertain you with their hoop routine too. Smooth. The Longview High School U.S. UL of the Week is sophomore Anna Burson. Spirit Girl of the Week is sophomore Alejandra Montano. The U.S. would like to recognize their Spirit Committee members, seniors Madison Johnson and Alexis Sanchez, juniors Emma Grace Flyerson and Mary Clay Henderson, and senior president Brooklyn Elridge. The Buetts are under the direction of Debbie McGowan and assisted by Ms. Brianna Stratton. And now, the 2017 Longview High School Majorettes will perform a dance floor routine to Starships. Longview High School Majorettes. Ladies and gentlemen, under the field direction of drum majors Olivia Lopez, Madeline Archer, and Kaya Walker, the Longview Independent School District proudly presents the National Award-winning Longview High School Band. This is the Big Green Marching Machine. Now, Lobo fans on your feet as the Big Green Marching Machine punches the canal on the field. Sponsors for the Big Green Marching Machine are Patterson Nissan, Seeds Women's Health, Home Depot, Raising Cane's, ACL Horse, National Wholesale Supply, and All Energy. The local band under the direction of Louis Lebanon, Tommy Moore, Cody Sturdivant, Ari Moore, and Brendan Caporla.
Lufkin ISD is proud to present your award-winning Panther Pride drill team. Officers from left to right are Lieutenant Blair Kelly, Lieutenant Alex Tatum, Lieutenant Jayla Telford, Lieutenant Allison Skelton. In the center, your captain, Emily Massengill. Senior sergeants are Kiera Hewitt, Victoria Bowden, Allison Todd, and Kendall Jackson. Panther Pride is under direction of John Walker and Karen Cook. JV Drill Director is Debbie Hemphill. And now, your Panther Pride. Ladies and gentlemen, may we present the Lufkin High School Majorettes. Today, the Majorettes will perform a twirling routine to the hit Disco Inferno. Head Majorette is Megan Cuevas. Majorette sponsor is Miss Kendall Gay. And now it's time for our Panther Band drum line. All right, Panther fans, it's time for a spell out. Give me a P. Give me an A. Give me a C. Give me a K. And now, on your feet, for your LHS fight song. Let's make some noise.
And we bring it back to Homer Bryce Stadium in Nacogdoches, Texas. Getting set for the second half of today's Region 2 semifinal matchup between the Longview Lobos and the Lufkin Panthers. Longview on top by a score of 13-10. And this is how they did it. First quarter, touchdown pass to Adarius Carter. There was an interception that should have been. That got turned into a gain for Lufkin. Strong running by Isaiah Phillips. But then an interception by Javante Arrit. Snuffed out a Lufkin drive and resulted in a second touchdown, this one to Camden Perry. But then Lufkin got their offense cranked up thanks to this big play here to Malik Jackson. Then they found Titan Williams to get into scoring territory, settle for a field goal from Rodrigo Molina. And then a big 42-yard run ignited another scoring drive for the Lufkin Panthers. That was Phillips. He followed that one up with a nice double-digit gainer there. And then a touchdown pass from Kewan Thomas to Jalen Polk. And that puts us where we are right now at 13-10. Longview on top of Lufkin. Jeff, what do you expect here in the second half?
Well, if the wind is any indication from the first half, all the points were scored with the wind at your back, so that could be a factor as we begin play here in the third quarter. And it looks like Lufkin will have the wind at their back to get things started here in the third quarter. In a 13-10 game. It was a tale of two quarters. Longview owned the first quarter, Lufkin owned the second quarter.
So we're getting set to kick it off here in the second half. Luis Acevedo will kick it deep. Williams on the near side. That is Keeneland Williams. And Jaquan Edwards on the far side. Acevedo's last kick went out of bounds. This time it hangs up in the field of play at the 6-yard line for Edwards. Edwards got through the first wave and a penalty marker comes down and he's out to the 25-yard line, but I have a feeling this one's going to come back a little bit deeper.
Seen a few penalties here, really since about the second quarter. It was a clean first quarter, but for the most part, since the second quarter, a lot of flags.
So Lufkin working into the wind with their 3-point lead will start deep in their own end. Penalty marker sitting at about the 17-yard line. So Longview is going to be pushed back deep. Desmond Armstrong, the guilty party. One of their secondary players. See if we can catch it here. There he goes. Yeah. Hard to miss that one.
I didn't do it.
Hard to miss
Hands
that one.
up in the air.
So Longview starts at their own 9-yard line. In the shotgun is Hayes King. He's in trouble inside the 5. Just heaves it up in the air, and it's intercepted. Return to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and thrown down at the 2-yard line is Savon Fields. That was not a good decision for Hayes King.
Not the way you want to start your first drive in the third quarter, and you can see the wind kind of got it. That ball went straight up in the air, and it's going the other way. What great field position here for Lufkin on the, looks like the 3-yard line.
Well, the referee's got his foot at the 2. I think that's where it's going to be, and Lufkin has a chance to take their first lead of the ball game here. A golden opportunity set up by the bad decision by Hayes King to just throw it up in the air and have the wind knock it down right in the arms of Savon Fields. And now the Panthers with a golden opportunity to strike. Not sure if we've got the right football. You know, each team has their own footballs, and I think we got to get the right one in here before we spot it down at the 2. So first and goal from the 2-yard line. Thomas goes under center. Phillips is the deep back. Toss it to him, right side. He's got the corner, and he's got the touchdown. And Lufkin leads by a score of 16-13.
Just what the doctor ordered. You get a turnover, and then the quick, easy touchdown run, and you see the pack attack crowd fired up as they're just now getting back into their seats, and their team has got their first lead of the game.
Hey, if you were late at the concession stand, you missed it. Interception. And then a 2-yard touchdown run by Isaiah Phillips. That is touchdown number 24 on the ground this year for Phillips. Molina to try and tack on the point after. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. And with 11:37 to play here in the third quarter, Lufkin has gone on top by a score of 17-13 on this 2-yard run by Isaiah Phillips.
Good block up on the top of your screen there from Malik Jackson to help pave the way. Isaiah Phillips doing the rest.
If you like to keep track of such things, it was 1 play, 2 yards, and 4 seconds.
That might be the quickest drive we've had all year.
Well, mistakes cost Lufkin early and helped Longview get out to that 13-0 lead. And now a big mistake here for Hayes King and the Longview Lobos that put them behind for the first time in the ball game. So it seems like it was just a few seconds ago when we had this situation where Acevedo was going to kick off to either Edwards on the near side or Edwards on the far side, Williams on the near side. Kickoff, interception, touchdown. Your first 3 plays in the first 23 seconds of the third quarter.
Just how they drew it up at halftime.
Oh, I'm sure they did. Acevedo's kick down the middle. Williams will take it at the 8. Tried to run up the middle, got hit by 2 guys, bounced off at the 20-yard line, and then goes down. Oh, man. Was that some special teams play? Well, at least Longview has a little breathing room this time. Last time the penalty on the kickoff put them back at their own 9-yard line. Now it's a little bit better at their own 20. Now let's see what the Lobos do, trailing for the first time of the ball game. This was one thing they did last week against Klein Collins in that upset victory over the 8th-ranked team in the state, was they got out front and made Klein Collins play from behind. They never trailed in the contest. Running play for Williams. Has some room around the right side. He'll have the first down. It'll be shoved out of bounds across the 30 at the 33-yard line. Knocked out by Damon Moreland on the far side.
You know, this is a Lufkin team that held Spring Westfield to just 199 total yards. In fact, they led 14-3 very late in that game. Ended up holding on to win 14-11.
That was an interception by Jaquan Thomas that set up Westfield for their only touchdown drive of the game. On second and first down, another running play right up the gut. This time not near the success for Keeneland Williams.
An injured player here coming off the near side of the field for Lufkin. Looks like pick number 92 here for Lufkin. That's
Jaquan Calvin.
Jaquan Calvin, yeah. They'll miss him for a play.
6'4", 240 defensive lineman.
John King still likes to call the play to the player on the sideline, usually his son, usually the quarterback. You don't see that very often anymore in football.
I usually see all kinds of things. You see cardboard signs across the way or all sorts of things that indicate the play call. And right up the middle comes Williams. Broke a tackle. Got to midfield and into Lufkin territory at the 49-yard line. You know, we mentioned early on that it was Edwards getting most of the action in the first half. Well, they've gone to Keeneland Williams here to start the third quarter.
Yeah, big run. Just a burst of speed up the middle. Very elusive. Inside Lufkin territory at the 49.
5'5" and 145, but you saw he's all muscle right there at the end of that run. He got 15 on that carry. Carter will go to the far side. Looks like a running formation here. And it is. And it's a new running back in the ball game. That is Jesse Anderson. And Anderson powers his way forward for 6 yards to the 43-yard line.
He's got over 200 yards rushing this year, 3 touchdowns. Got that fullback body.
He again lines up as the deep back. Second down and 4 for the 43. Give it to him again. Ran through one tackle. We get close to the first down yardage. Depends on where they mark the spot. DeAndre Bagley was down low to get his ankles to get him off balance, but it looks as though they're going to move the chains to the 39-yard line.
And it looks like he's going to stay in the game here. Coach likes what he sees from Jesse Anderson, and he trots back out on the field.
First guy other than Keeneland Williams or Jaquan Edwards or the quarterback Haynes King to carry the ball. Now King comes back in the huddle with 17 on the play clock.
I think Longview just wants to get back to old-fashioned football, running it, taking a lot of time off the clock. So far, so good on this drive.
And nothing doing this time for Anderson. Got double teamed down low. Bagley was down at the bottom of the pile along with Carl Williams, the nose tackle. Carl Williams, big number 96 there, 6'4" and 305. Look at that guy. Oh man, what a mountain he is.
Pads all coming out of the side there.
Loss of about a half a yard on the play, back to the 40-yard line. The tail of the football touches there.
Really no need to put stripes on the shoulder area anymore. Most players rather have their arms exposed.
All kind of guys running in and out of the huddle for John King and Longview. Play clock is at 12. They go shotgun this time, and Williams back in there at the right shoulder. King looks, he's going to float it, and it's almost intercepted. Almost intercepted, looking for Jalen Brown.
Yeah, look how close he comes to picking it off.
And right there it was Bug, Jaron Thompson, who should have had the interception.
Kind of caught him a little off balance, and you see he grabbed his left leg, and he's come out of the game now. Maybe a cramp.
And you hope it's only a cramp, yes.
And the way that calf looked like it kind of locked up, I would think it would be a cramp.
So now it's 3rd down and a long 10 from the 40-yard line for Longview. We get whistles here. You get a timeout called. Timeout called by Lufkin on this big 3rd down and 10 for Longview. 8:21 to play 3rd quarter. Lufkin leading for the first time. It's 17-13.
Football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to Ticketmaster.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
Back here at Homer Bryce Field on the campus of Stephen F. Austin University in Nacogdoches, Texas, in East Texas, in the Piney Woods. Longview trailing for the first time, faces 3rd down and 11 from their 40-yard line in Lufkin territory. King gets protection now, runs out of time, and heaves it down the far sideline for the goal line, and it's broken up at the 2-yard line.
Oh, he caught it.
Did he catch it?
He came back and got the ball.
I knew he came back, but I thought it hit the turf. It was Camden. It was Camden Perry, and he was covered there by Damon Moreland. He just couldn't quite get back in time. I was wondering if they're going to throw a flag for interference.
Let's take a look at this one more time. It looked like at first that he was able to catch it, but the ball came
went right
loose.
through his hands.
There you go. But at first the official ruled,
well, he was behind, and he couldn't see
see the ball come off the ground, yeah.
He had to wait for help from one of his officiating crew.
Quite a few of them out there. What, 5?
So now we get a punting situation here for Chris Kessler into the wind. He will try and hem Lufkin back deep in their own territory. Play clock run out. May have. And there will be a delay of game. Usually you don't mind this if you're kicking from the 40-yard line to give your kicker a little bit more room to pin the opposition deep. When you're punting into the wind, you didn't really want to give up the 5 yards.
The return man for Lufkin's at the 15-yard line, so.
Rugby-style kick for Kessler. Fielded on the run, the ball come loose. Longview may have this at the 15-yard line. They do. Savon Fields came running up for the ball and missed it. And Fields is shaken up at the 20-yard line. Let's watch again. He's got it, hit immediately, and the ball came squirting loose. And making the recovery for Longview, I think that was number 24, would be Rashandrick Harmon.
And how about the heads-up play
starting cornerback?
Damon Moreland having to make the tackle there. That would have been a touchdown.
He's got it, then he doesn't have it. And watch, 24 right there.
And Moreland gets up and grabs him right there.
It's a good thing he did.
Yeah, it would have been a touchdown.
Because he fielded it standing up. He could have easily turned and went the other way.
But just no need to field that ball. You know, absolutely, you're going to get good field position no matter what. No need to run up and try to make that catch.
So possession stays with Longview following the fumble by Fields.
And it appeared Fields caught the
ball.
He
caught it cleanly, but he got hit immediately before he could really tuck it away. So from the 17-yard line, in Lufkin territory, and another turnover for the Panthers has put them behind the 8 ball. Running play for Williams, broke a tackle inside the 10, inside the 5, diving for the goal line, touchdown! What a run by Jaquan Williams to put Longview back on top, 19-17. Oh, wait a minute, penalty marker down. Oh, goodness. I did not see the flag.
Neither did Williams, who averages 80 yards a game.
And I almost thought the initial indication was delay of game. Oh, holding. That's 2 touchdowns they've had negated by holding calls.
Jaquan Randall called for the penalty there. 3 touchdowns in the game.
Right. Watch right here, coming in on Thompson. Oh yeah, he's clearly got him by the jersey, held him up. It's a great call by the officiating crew. Because it happened downfield, they wind up with a gain of 3 and a first down and 7 from the 14-yard line.
Put that away in the stat book.
But they should have had 6 points. Give it to Williams again. Nice cutback move. Got to the 10 and maybe the 9-yard line.
Well, with Longview trailing right here, 17-13. Crucial that they come away with some points, but they want 7 right now. Knocking on the door.
I don't know what they told Keeneland Williams at halftime, but he has been a man possessed here early in the 3rd quarter. He'll check out of the ball game right now. They have 2nd down and 2 from the 9-yard line as they put the bigger runner Anderson back in. Give it to Anderson over the right side, threw a tackle and tripped up at the 1-yard line. Darren Woodson got just enough of him to make sure he didn't get in the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal for Longview.
Good run right there, showing you not only the power but the speed. All the way down to the 1-yard line.
Going behind Jordan McCowan and Kalen Allen, the right guard and tackle respectively along that front. So 79 and 75.
Jesse Anderson making his name apparent here in the 3rd quarter.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Quarterback sneak. And touchdown for Haynes King. And Longview is now back on top by a score of 19-17.
Good call right there. Quarterback sneak. You're the first to touch it. Why not just take it right over the goal line? That's what Haynes King does.
He's been responsible for all 3 Longview touchdowns, 2 scoring passes, and now the run. Just his 2nd rushing TD of the season. Now to try and tack on an important point after is Chris Kessler. And we got movement at the line of scrimmage. I do believe this could be a false start. Kessler will have to do it from 5 yards back. Oh no! Delay on the defense. They get 12 men on the field.
Do you want to think about going for 2 here? Ball on the 1-yard line now?
Well, the point after puts you up by 3. John King is having a word with our official. On the defense. All right, so we're going to move it back to the 3-yard line, keep it where it was. And what the call was, it was for the defensive player, March Thomas, making sounds trying to get them to jump offside or to flinch and get an illegal procedure. Kessler puts the point after through to make our score 20-17.
See the nice run right here around the right side by big number 5, who really got it all started there, Jesse Anderson, and then the quarterback keeper right up the gut, Haynes King with the touchdown. That's his second rushing touchdown of the year. 20-17, Longview. Taking advantage of the turnover right there. Both teams.
17 yards, took a minute 18.
Both teams.
And that's our first score into the win today.
Yeah, there you go. Didn't have to go too far.
Well, remember, that drive started at their own 20 until that punt, and the punt fumble set them up at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, both teams taking the gift of the turnover and turning it into a touchdown. Yeah, we are packed here, both sides. The visiting side stands
up on
not quite as big, but you can see the Longview fans in droves.
Spilled over. See them all on the hill on either side of the grandstand. So now Kessler will kick off. You have Malik Jackson here on the near side. Untitled Williams on the far side, standing at the 10. Malik Jackson to see what Kessler will try to do with this kick.
Jackson is a playmaker back there. Plays inside receiver, but is a great return man. The playmaker, as Todd Quick called him.
He'll just knock it straight away. A great kick into the wind. Sends Jackson into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and ball will come out to the 25-yard line. How about that for a kick by Chris Kessler? That's a big weapon when you can do that into the wind.
Yeah, got all of it.
He just drilled that baby. So now we see what Jaquan Thomas, the Panther offense, can do. He only had it for one play on their scoring drive. It was a 2-yard run.
You can see the shadow kind of starting to take an effect now as we play later on in the afternoon here. The sun will set sometime around 5:30.
Wintertime, it comes too early. The 1st and 10 for the Panthers from their own 25. Back on the downside of the scoreboard, 2017. Thomas, quick throw on the outside, single receiver screen. Holt's got it, but they've got him right at the line of scrimmage. Kevion Bush was up there to make the stick.
Yeah, the big head collision there on that stick.
No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. Give it to Phillips. Phillips, who brought down after a gain of 3. Down low was J.C. Blakemore, and over the top was Keandre Malden. 33 and 19. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 7. Big 3rd down here for Lufkin, trying to get the momentum back. They rode it for most of the 2nd quarter and to start the 3rd quarter with a turnover and the touchdown. Give it to Phillips, hit the backfield, thrown for a loss. DeMarjay Dirian with the TFL back at the 26-yard line. It'll be 4th and 9.
DeMarjay Dirian getting off his block quickly. Great tackle in the backfield. Nicely done. Wasted no time getting into the backfield.
7 TFLs on the season coming into the game. Make that 8. Be a punting situation for Max Quick.
Those tackle for losses are big for those defensive tackles. That's what they hang their hat on.
Rushes on, but Quick gets it away and launches this one into the jet stream. Carr fumbles it at 20, picks it up at the 19. Now on the run, back to the 25, and it'll be stood up, thrown back at the 26 or 27-yard line. But what a kick by Max Quick. Just launched that ball high in the air and let the jet stream sail it back for him.
They're going to place it at the 26-yard line.
Longview will take over at their own 26, back on top by 3. 4:58 to play 3rd quarter. Region 2 semifinal matchup.
2nd meeting this year. Lufkin won, or check that, Longview won the 1st matchup earlier this year. 1st game of the season.
Running play for Anderson. Room over the right side. Carrying defenders with him across the 40 to the 41 or 42-yard line. Jesse Anderson, who did not see action in the first half, coming out strong here in period number 3 for the Lobos.
Now they've got a good ground game. They're looking for a little more muscle, and Anderson providing it right now. Shows you the burst of speed, breaks to the outside, following the good blocks. Big first down here for Longview.
Anderson checks out of the ball game now. Williams will come in, along with Paul Hutchins, who's the fullback. He'll try and follow Hutchins, cuts back to his right. Escaped one tackle and dives inside the 45, across the 45 to the 47. Going to give him about 5 yards on the play.
Injured player on the field now. Another cramp. That's the second time.
Yeah, this time it's one of the Longview players, and it's Williams.
Yeah, it's Williams.
They'll get him up, try and get him stretched back out, hydrate him a little bit. And immediately Anderson has come back on the field.
You don't think about too many cramps when it's cold like
this.
No,
not when the temperature's in the 50s, no. It's interesting that it's affected the player from either side here in the third quarter. Guys didn't hydrate enough at halftime. Second down and 5 for the Lobos from their own 47. Anderson with a carry, room over the right side, ran over a tackler, still on the loose and inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. Jesse Anderson with another big run.
Anderson flexing the muscles there after the play. He's been a nice spark. Watch him run here on the right side, just mows a Lufkin Panther over before being knocked down. And he gives a little flex at the end here.
19-yard pickup for Anderson.
That whole bench for the Lobos going crazy.
They loved it. Especially when it happens right in front of your bench. You got all your teammates there. Williams is right back out there. He broke one tackle and got forward for a couple. Give him a gain of 2 or 3. Where's that Edwards? That was 28 Edwards and not 23 Williams.
I think this is the kind of football that John King wants to play. He wants to move the chains by keeping the ball on the ground.
And move the clock while you're at it.
Right. Both quarterbacks have had some issues with turnovers.
Anderson came in. They take him back out and send Edwards back into the backfield.
They've got some weapons in that backfield, don't they?
King goes under center. Toss sweep. Trying to follow Hutchins. Hit and drop for a loss. Bagley in there quickly to take him off his feet.
NFL style hit right there.
Going to lose 2 back to the 35-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. Great linebacker play by Bagley. The junior with 63 tackles coming into today's game. 4 TFLs. So now what will John King try to do here? Working into the wind, holding a 3-point lead. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. 3rd down and 9 for the Lufkin 35. Rolling right, throwing right, wide open is Carter, and intercepted! The diving interception by Darren Woodson as the ball hung up in the wind. Carter didn't come back for the ball. He waited on it, and that allowed Woodson to get it.
Another turnover, like I was just saying. I think King wants to keep the ball on the ground and run it, but this time the ball kind of gets up in the wind.
See, watch Carter stop and wait. And that gave Woodson a chance to dive in front and make the interception.
Clearly got to come back to the ball. Just can't wait that long on it.
Could have been a 1st and goal. Instead, 1st and 10 the other way for the Panthers. Thomas looking to throw under pressure as his man caught across the 15-yard line. Out to the 16-yard line is Jalen Polk, who's got a touchdown catch in the ball game.
Had the corner blitz coming. Almost worked, not quite.
Like the poise of Thomas standing in the rush now a couple of times now to get throws away. Hit as he throws over the middle, caught and upended was Titan Williams. Oh my goodness, sending him into a pinwheel was Zephaniah Lister. But Williams hangs on for the catch of the first down. Wow.
I want to see this again. Titan Williams making an acrobatic play. First the catch,
And
then the flip.
boom.
Wow.
8-yard gain the hard way.
I don't think I'd get up if that happened to me.
Mark it at the 24-yard line, 1st and 10 Panthers. Down by 3 with 1:10 to play in the third.
Big hole.
Got some room for Phillips this time as he's going to get 5 and maybe 6 yards close to the 30-yard line for Isaiah Phillips.
The offensive line doing their job there for Lufkin, clearing the way for 5 yards. Important to shoot those gaps if you're a linebacker when you see that hole. There they are.
Phillips again, shot the gap, has the first down and more. Tackled from behind by Kevion Bush, but not before he gets 11 yards to the 1st and 10. Phillips will check out. Grant will come back in.
Credit Phillips on that play right there. He had a couple guys shooting the gap. He found a way to get right by him.
Play fake. Thomas, quick throw on the slant. Good for a first down into Longview territory. Malik Jackson with a catch.
Tell you what, this has been an evenly matched game.
15 seconds to go now in the third quarter. Thomas heaves it deep down the middle and too tall. Looking for Polk.
Still got 3 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Great coverage there by Jalen Carr. 2nd down and 10. It should be the final play of the third quarter unless there's a defensive penalty. Then you'd have it untimed down. Grant stays into the left shoulder of Thomas. Quick toss again, this time a little bit low and behind. Malik Jackson incomplete at the 45-yard line. Kyle Johnson there on the coverage. They got that away so quickly, there's 1 second left.
2-second pass play, keep that in mind.
Don't see that very often.
No, you don't.
So one more crack at it, 3rd down and 10 from the Longview 48. Lufkin trailing by 3. Winner goes on to play the winner of South Lake Carroll and Waco Midway. Thomas throws to the outside. Was it caught by Polk? Yes, it was at the 37-yard line. And what a way to end an exciting third quarter.
Jalen Polk turns around. Watch how close this is to going to the ground. No, it's a clear catch.
Clear
Absolutely.
catch, indeed. And that's good for the first down at the 37. They needed the 38. So what a way to end the third quarter. Each team with a touchdown. So we've got a 3-point game going into the final quarter to see who advances to the semifinals next week. Longview leads by 3.
In Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to Ticketmaster.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
Flags flying in the breeze here at Homer Bryce Stadium. Nacogdoches, Texas, campus of Stephen F. Austin University. 20-17 is our score. Longview leads Lufkin. It's the regional final, Region 2.
I wouldn't expect it any differently in the 81st meeting between these two teams. They know each other well. It's a great rivalry and a lot on the line in this one.
Running play on first down for short yardage, gain of maybe a yard for Isaiah Phillips. Kevion Bush with a stop.
Second down.
1 yard pickup. Second down and 9. Lufkin hasn't been this far since 2005. Thomas will keep. He'll get about 3 yards to the 32-yard line. Montavion Reed on the tackle.
We're telling you about Coach Quick. John Outlaw was at Arkadelphia High School, and Coach Quick was playing at Ouachita Baptist, and then joined his staff at Arkadelphia, and then they came over here to Lufkin eventually.
Third down and a long 5. Phillips breaks through, has the first down and more. Broken tackle at the 20, to the 10 for the corner. Touchdown, Lufkin. And the Panthers are back on top, 23-20.
Isaiah Phillips, great run around the left side for the touchdown. Can't beat speed.
And power to break tackles to get in the open.
Take the red zone right out of it. Take it out of the equation.
Now Molina for an important PAT. Ball is backing down. Kick is on the way. And it's good. And Lufkin leads by 4 with 11:02 to play. 24-20.
Look at the run one more time from Isaiah Phillips. The good cutback. Bouncing off his own offensive lineman. Breaks to the outside. Watch him extend it at the end. Just past that goal line before the ball's knocked away.
Rashad McCarman was trying to chop it out of there at the last minute, but couldn't quite get there in time. An 11-play, 92-yard drive following the interception, the second of the game for Lufkin's defense. And the Panthers go back on top, 24-20. So 2 interceptions here in the second half for Haynes King have resulted in 2 Lufkin touchdowns. The Panthers have the lead. As we told you, they haven't been here to this far, round 4 of the playoffs since 2005. They won the region final that year and advanced to the state semifinals, where they were defeated. Trying to do it again.
It was 2004 when Lufkin won the state championship, the one and only title. John Outlaw, the head coach. Rest in peace, John. Reggie McNeil and Javorsky Lane were leading the way on that day for Lufkin.
Pretty good duo.
Yeah.
Acevedo will drive it down the near side. Edwards will take it at the 4. Has a hole to the 30. Look out! Got the kicker to beat. And Acevedo slows him down and makes the tackle. Touchdown saving tackle by the kicker, Leo Acevedo.
Remember that play right there as Acevedo stepping up and making a hit. But look at the burst of speed, just busting right through the middle of the play as Jaquan Edwards heading to the outside and brought down by the kicker.
56 yards on the return by Jaquan Edwards. Sets up Longview in Lufkin territory at the 40-yard line. Throw it on the near side. Carter, one-man screen, eludes a tackler and got tripped up at about the 26-yard line by Logan Harville. And Adarius Carter picks up 14 yards down to the 26 on first down.
You know, we've talked about the turnovers. Special teams have been big in this game too, both good and bad for both squads. There's been some turnovers, big plays.
Carter and Perry go to the far side. Williams is the back. Williams will be brought down after a gain of 1 at the 25-yard line. Harville came away with the ball saying, hey, look what I got here. The official is saying, nope, not buying that, son. But good to see Harville out. Remember, he got that low shot early in the second half. Good to see him back out on the field. Now Williams will trot off.
He's just kind of been nicked up all game, hasn't he? He's had to come off the field quite a bit.
Edwards will come on now. Anderson is back as the deep back on 2nd down 9. Play fake. King throwing down the sideline. Has a man. Carter can't get it at the 2-yard line.
Well thrown ball into the corner.
Darren Woodson there to break it up. He's the guy who had the interception on the last possession.
See the little pump fake right there from King, and then he lays it up. This ball with the wind at his back. Put it right where his receiver could make a play, but that would have been an acrobatic catch. No doubt about it.
Now it's 3rd down and 9 here for the Lobos. 9:41 to play in the game. They trail by 4.
Tell you what, if you're going to put a ball like that up in the corner, Darius Carter's the guy to throw it to. By the way, I got a final for you. Cy-Fair defeated Langham Creek 31-14. So we know one 6A D2 team is in the semifinals now.
So John King's going to take a little extra time to think about this 3rd down and 9 play. With 9:41 to go, his team down by 4. Now Kessler has a long field goal of 47 yards on the season. He's 9 of 14. If they don't do anything on this play, you're looking at a 42 or 43 yarder. So within his range, since the wind will be at his back, it would make it a 1-point game with 9.5 minutes to play roughly. So a lot for John King to think about here on this call. You try and go underneath a little bit, hope one of your receivers can make a man miss and get a first down that way. You run an intermediate route, try and throw for the first down. Do you take another shot at the end zone?
Glad he's the coach.
All things being talked about in that little circle right there between the 30 and 35-yard lines.
It seems like both teams have moved the ball well between the 30s, if you will, but they get down around the red zone inside that 25, and it's been tough.
Play clock is at 8. Play fake. King for the end zone. Too far for Perry. They tried to use that play fake that they scored 2 touchdowns with earlier in the first half. This time the ball just a little bit overthrown. Perry had gotten inside his man. And now here comes Kessler. They're going to put it down at about the 32-yard line. So this will be a 42-yard field goal try. To make it a 1-point game with 9:35 left.
Slight wind at the back.
Jordan Lawson is the holder. Good snap and hold, but he's pulled it way to the left. Oh my goodness. That was not one of his better kicks. The snap and hold were good. The timing on the delivery of the right foot to the football was not. So it stays Lufkin 24 and Longview 20.
Other 6A teams advancing. Allen defeated Euless Trinity 41-20 in 6A Division I. Katy leading North Shore with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to play, 31-3.
Wow.
And Lake Travis early leading San Antonio O'Connor 7-0 in the first quarter.
So Lufkin will take over at their own 25-yard line. Running play near side, and running wild on the near side is Phillips before he'll be wrestled down at about the 41 or 42-yard line.
I like how Phillips runs the football. Let's take a look at the kick one more time.
Obviously a fan there. Underneath the goalpost, a Lufkin fan. 16-yard pickup for Phillips on first down. Brings it to 41. Give it to him again. This time they've got him after a short gain of 2 yards, the 43-yard line. And it's Javante Arrit down at the bottom of the pile.
More than just bragging rights on the line here. Trip to the Final Four on the line. These two teams used to play in the same district for a very long time.
Phillips tried to cut it back, but he got cut off.
You know, Lufkin's always been that team that the UIL's had a tough decision. Do we drop them down and play with schools like the Woodlands and some of the northern Houston teams, or do we push them up north to play more teams like Longview and Tyler?
And under the new guidelines that are going to come out in February, it looks as though they're going to drop back to 5A. Direct snap to Thomas, trying to do it himself, and he's going to be well shy of the first down. Ridden out of bounds by Kevion Bush and Jaquan Lister at the 47-yard line, 4 yards shy of the first down.
So Longview doing the job here, bending slightly, but not breaking, forcing a punt here. They'll get the ball back down 4.
Gave up a first down run on the first play to Phillips, but then 3 and out. Now punting into the wind will be Max Quick. He got a great one off last time, but the wind was in his back. What will he do here into the wind?
Oh,
punt is blocked.
He did block it.
Picked up at the 30-yard line. Picked up by Ritt. But a block punt is going to set up Longview deep inside Lufkin territory at the 29-yard line.
Full extension on the block. Check
See
this
who
out.
catch free right here.
It's like number 6 from the corner. I believe that's
that would be Lister.
Jaquan Lister. Yeah, that was him.
He's a big playmaker.
The thing about that play too, Tom, is that once you commit, you got to go all out. But if you don't come up with ball and you hit the punter,
right,
that's a penalty going the other way.
At the Lufkin 29-yard line, and back and forth we go here in the second half. First down run, trying to cut outside is Williams, and he'll be shoved out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. Run out of bounds by Devon McKelvey, 23 versus 23. But Williams is going to get 7 yards on first down.
Clock stopped with 7:53 to play.
I tell you what, Uncle Mo doesn't know where to be in the second half. Momentum has gone from side to side to side to side. It's been back and forth. It's been punch, counter punch.
Almost who can take advantage of the other team's mistake.
Perry goes in motion across the formation. Give it to Williams. He's got some room on the left. Breaks outside at the 10. Williams will score. Touchdown, Longview. And the Lobos are back on top.
That's all speed right there. Williams with his 17th touchdown of the year.
They did a great job of shifting everybody on the defense inside. The lone man on the edge was Trey McDaniel, and he didn't have a chance against Keeneland Williams. Now, big point after try here as we sit at 26-24. Kessler to make it a 3-point game. Good snap and hold. Oh, he pulled another one. Did he miss it? He did. Oh, my goodness. They've had one extra point negated by a high snap, and now a missed extra point. Those two could be costly for the Lobos. Here's the touchdown. Here's McDaniel. He's the only guy.
What a fake.
Goodbye.
Look at the extension touchdown. That's just speed right there at the end, but the good footwork.
2 plays, 29 yards, took 13 seconds. Williams did it all on the 2 runs, but a missed extra point could prove costly.
It's just a 2-point or a 3-point game now.
No,
2-point game. Scoreboard's got it as 3.
Scoreboard is wrong.
They
gave the
24.
point.
There you go.
But for the second time,
yeah, you're good. You're right.
He just yanks it.
Yeah, the scoreboard on the Jumbotron still has 27-24, and I'm sure the Lufkin fans will remind them very quickly to change.
I'm sure John King's not going to tell them.
And they adjusted.
There they go.
There's the mock crowd.
You knew that was coming. So a block punt converted into 6 points by Longview, but they couldn't do 7 because of a mixed PAT. Kessler's steps are just a little bit out of line because both the field goal try of 42 yards on their previous possession and now this extra point try have both been badly pulled to the left. He will get to kick off with the wind in his back. Williams and Jackson are the deep men for Lufkin. They'll send it in the direction of Jackson. He'll camp under it at the goal line and bring it out. Oh man, what a shot he took! Goodness gracious. Dadrian Wells just nailed him at the 13-yard line. Oh man.
This is just 2 freight trains.
Boom!
That's when you need like some rear view mirror action.
He was looking up the center of the field and to his left, and coming in from his right was Wells, unabated. 7:41 to go. Lufkin down by 2. Trying to get to the semifinals for the first time in 12 years. Isaiah Phillips with room. Oh, good trip up there. Oh, man. The Vodrick Dotrik. If he doesn't make the tackle, Phillips could be running for a long time. 9-yard gain to the 22. Whistles, and I think we're going to get an illegal procedure. False start against Lufkin. It's on the right guard, Hunter Hollis. So take the ball back to the 17-yard line. Instead of 2nd down and 1, it's going to be 2nd down and 6. Phillips again, and they bog him up in the middle. Just a gain of a couple to the 19-yard line. And speaking of 19s, Malden was the first guy to hit and make contact with him. So now it's 3rd down and 4. They got to get to the 23-yard line.
That's for a draw play to Isaiah Phillips.
Thomas to throw. Near side, caught at the 30-yard line and dragging men forward to the 35-yard line. Malik Jackson. Who else in a big play situation you want to go to?
He was open too. I'm surprised he was that open on such a key play as they pick up the 1st down on 3rd and 4.
16 yards out to the 35-yard line. Gets a new set of downs with 6:25 and counting left in this game. Here's Phillips again, right side. And he is balled down after a gain of a yard, maybe 2. Malden was down at the bottom of the pile. Darian was over the top. Malden's helmet came off, so he's going to have to come out for a play.
DeMarge Darian just not only made the tackle, but he laid on him there.
Yes,
for
he
a
did.
second. You know it when he's laying on you.
2nd down and 8 to the 37. Phillips again got some room near sideline. Has the 1st down and more as he will get into Longview territory at the 48-yard line before he'll be run out of bounds by Rashadrick Harmon.
So important to Isaiah Phillips' ability to cut to the outside and pick up yardage around the sideline. They've had trouble running up the middle, but
yes,
the outside's
but
been
they've
there.
been able to get to the edge. 15-yard pickup that time for Phillips. Now in Longview territory at the 48. Phillips again using his speed to get to the corner and picked up 3, maybe 4 yards. Ritt was there along with Bush and Lister. 3 yards they'll give him to the 45-yard line. Clock stops, 5:43 left. 2-point lead for Longview on defense. Quarterback draw for Thomas. He'll get to the 40-yard line. Ritt was down there at his ankles to take him down at the 40-yard line, shy of the first down by 2 yards.
You know, the thing about Jaquan Thomas, he had to beat out 2 other quarterbacks back in the spring, but really 7-on-7 was the difference. Hasn't looked back since.
Very cool customer for a junior and a first-year starter. He's going to keep it himself, and he'll get the first down as he bounces off the pile and gets down to the 35-yard line.
That was all Jaquan right there as he picked up the first down on the second effort.
You know what Todd Quick told us is he's learning to be a game manager and let his other teammates help him. Get everybody involved, but take over when you need to. Phillips back in on 1st and 10. He's got the handoff, and they've got him at the line of scrimmage. At the bottom was Kevion Bush. No gain. 2nd down and 10.
Good tackle there from Bush, just to make sure Phillips was going nowhere.
3 minutes into this drive for Lufkin. The clock is now 4:40 and rolling. They started at their 13. They have it at the Longview 35, 2nd and 10. Thomas flushed out of the pocket, broke a tackle, inside the 30, down the sideline, out of bounds. They're going to put him near the 22, and that'll be enough for the first down.
Such a weapon. You know, you get late in the game, you get some tired defensive players. He's able to bounce off a tackle, pick up another big first down.
Looked like they had a good shot at getting him.
He didn't run as much in the first half, but he's taking off here in the 4th quarter.
Keeps the drive alive. 1st and 10 from the 22 now. Here's Phillips to the left. Bear hugged and thrown down by Kyle Johnson at the 19-yard line after a gain of 3.
Good tackle from Kyle Johnson. You saw the stiff arm there from Isaiah Phillips. Didn't matter. Johnson brought him down.
This will be the 12th play of the drive that started back at their 13-yard line.
Keep in mind, they're in field goal range, and they're only down 2 due to the missed extra point from Longview.
They are now in the red zone. At the 19-yard line, in between the 18 and 19. Phillips again. Found a little bit of a crack, got to the 16-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd down and 4. You see the clock moving there as we approach 3:25 and moving. Phillips will come out, Grant will come in on this 3rd down and 4 play.
Key play of the game, not in as much of a hurry now. Want to make sure they get the right call in.
Need to get almost to the 12-yard line. Thomas looking for something to do, now drops it off on the sideline for Holt. Holt will stretch to the 9-yard line for a 1st and goal. Kyle Johnson on the tackle.
Great effort right there from Riley Holt to pick up the first down. He was wrapped up but still fell forward and got the first down inside the 10.
Did everything he could to make sure he got it, stretching that ball out and everything. Holt was very active in the first half and very quiet here in the second half until that play. Now we're under 3 minutes to go. Who advances to the state semifinals? Longview leads by 2, but Lufkin is knocking on the door. Here's Grant, then bear hugged and thrown down right at the line of scrimmage. Kevion Bush. No gain.
Great Grant, great running back, but can also make plays out of the backfield, catches the ball well, according to Coach Quick.
Has 6 rushing touchdowns on the year. More of an outside guy than an inside guy. The inside guy, Phillips, is in. Going to be option for Thomas, looking for some place to go, and they're going to bring him down Ritt was there to make the bear hug tackle. Lister turned him inside. And Ritt made sure he wasn't going any further.
Javonte Ritt with the strength. It looks like there's a timeout on the field.
Timeout Lufkin. That'll be their second timeout. John King knowing he needs to have some time for his offense in case Lufkin gets the go-ahead score, be it the 6-point touchdown or the 3-point field goal.
Yeah, heads up timeout right there with it just being a 2-point game.
Rodrigo Molina on the season, 7 of 10 on field goals. If they were to stop right here, it'd be about a 25-yarder. We have 2:11 to play. A berth in the state semifinals at stake.
Other scores to pass along in 5A Division I. Denton Ryan leading Lubbock Coronado 69-28. That's in 5A Division II. 5A Division I. Mansfield Legacy leading Lone Star 24-20 with 44 seconds to play in that one.
Here we have a 3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line for Lufkin. Give it to Phillips to the right side, and he's in for the score! 3rd rushing touchdown of the game for Isaiah Phillips. That is now 26 on the season.
The
and
sea
Lufkin
parted.
is back on tap.
The sea parted on the right side. He took it into the end zone for the touchdown. He's got my game ball if Lufkin can hang on and win.
Well, I'm not sure what happened there, but Todd Quick has called timeout. His team is up by 4, and he might be thinking about going for 2 here, because that would make it a 6-point game. But even if Longview scores the touchdown, remember they missed one with a bad snap, and they just yanked the last PAT wide left. 6 might be enough to force an overtime session. So an interesting call here for Todd Quick and the Panthers. He might be bringing this kicking team back off the field. Yeah,
really not much of an advantage up 30-26. Might
no,
as well
5
go for
points
2.
doesn't matter, no. But 6 points with the other team having a shaky PAT squad out there. So here comes the offense, led by Jaquan Thomas. And he will have Phillips in the backfield with him. Thomas will go under center, it looks like. Fumble the snap, penalty markers down. Going to get a false start here. So Andrew Ehrlich, the center, must have made a move, but not getting the ball off, trying to draw Longview offside and make it a little bit shorter PAT try. Now they're going to have to try this 2-point conversion from back at the 8-yard line.
They've got 4 wide now.
I got an idea. Just run the last play that you did. You had 3rd goal from the 8-yard line and scored.
The man, Isaiah Phillips, back there. He's in motion.
He empties the backfield. Thomas in trouble. Stays on his feet. Scampers to his right. Hit at the goal line. Did he get in? Yes! Good for the 2-point conversion. And J.C. Blakemore is saying he did not get there, but the officials overrule.
That's about as highly contested a 2-point conversion you'll see.
It's a good thing it wasn't 8.5 yards out, then he wouldn't have gotten it. What a collision at the goal line. Watch this. Where's the ball?
Yeah, it's where the ball is, not his feet.
Well, yeah, see on that spin, on the spin around, the arm got across before he hit the goal line. That's a great call by the officials. The ball wasn't in on contact, but when he pirouetted after the hit, it goes over the line.
Go ahead and add the 2 points to that. It's now 32-26. Lufkin leading Longview. We'll see if that ends up being a factor, a 6-point lead here.
So now, Longview has 2 minutes, 7 seconds, and 1 timeout. They're going to have to go near the length of the field.
A couple more quick scores to pass along. Cal Allen is out. They fell to McCallum 20-7. College Station nipped Fort Bend Marshall 49-47 in a wild game, and Aledo beat Richland 43-7. Those are 5A Division I games.
Doesn't Aledo always play for the state title?
They are incredible over the last 15 or so years.
Amazing. Here's Acevedo from the far hash mark. Bounces it down the field. Williams scoops it up, retreats to his 10, and now back the other way. Looking for some place to go, stays at his feet. Look out here to the 40, to midfield, cuts back inside, down to the 39-yard line in Lufkin territory. Trey Grant makes the tackle.
How about that field position to get you started? Special teams once again. Keeneland Williams picking up incredible yardage on the kickoff return.
That's back-to-back great returns for, look at him here, they hem him in. Lose a couple of guys, and now he's got some daylight.
Better off kicking it out of bounds with him back there.
Cuts inside and run down from behind by Grant. They put him at the 38. That's how far away Longview is from a tying score. Hayes King under center. Give it to Anderson, the Bulldog. And across the 35 down to the 33-yard line goes Jesse Anderson for a 5-yard gain.
King quickly gets the play in through his son.
Clock rolling, 1:35 and counting. Anderson, the deep back. Throw it outside. One-man screen from Perry. He'll get the first down and stop the clock at the 28-yard line. Fields with the tackle.
Get to the line of scrimmage pretty quick, though, because he did get out of bounds, so it'll start up here once the chains are set.
There it goes. At the 28-yard line, 1:15 and counting. They're still huddling up. They only have 1 timeout remaining. Need to pick up the tempo. 1:05 left. King under center. Play fake. Looking downfield. Throw back to the far corner for Perry. He's got it! Touchdown, Camden Perry! And we are tied with 54 seconds left in regulation.
That ball hung up there forever, and it dropped right into the hands of Perry. Incredible play.
Second time those two guys have hooked up.
Now the all-important extra point.
What is going through the mind of Chris Kessler after his last 2 kicks? Got to have a short memory. Clear the brain. Losses the holder. Ball backing down. This one's right down the middle. And Longview is back on top, 33-32. What a finish to this one.
Great play here once again. Haynes with the fake. He takes a shot right after he throws it. But look how that ball kind of hangs up there.
And what a catch by Perry to sky for it and bring it down.
Camden Perry, close to 40 receptions this year. None bigger than that one right there.
And you know, Darren Woodson was the defender, and he never looked up for the ball. He didn't have any idea where the ball was. He could have made a play on it himself. 3 plays, 38 yards, took a minute 13. 54 seconds to go. Longview by 1. Does it get any better than this in high school football, Jeff?
Love these East Texas rivalries. This one is definitely the biggest. I mean, Lufkin, Longview, it just rolls right off your tongue.
Well, if Longview can hold on, if they play Waco Midway, the game would be at Allen on Saturday. If South Lake Carroll wins tonight, the game would be at Mesquite Memorial on Saturday.
Remember the last time these two teams met here, Lufkin won 31-21, and they went on to win the state championship that year. Reggie McNeil and Jaworski Lane, and 27,000 fans here at Bryce Stadium on that 2004 December day.
I bet you we got close to that many here today. Here's Kessler, driving it down. Jackson settles in at the goal line. Here comes Malik Jackson, trying to get to the sideline. Got around the corner at the 30 and out of bounds. They say he stepped out right at the 30-yard line. That's where the official is going to put him at the 31.
Both teams with a timeout. Great return here. I tell you, the special teams have been huge here, especially in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we had a block punt, missed extra point,
turnover earlier in the third quarter.
What can Jaquan Thomas and the Panther offense dial up here for Todd Quick and company? They only have 48 seconds to do it.
Plenty of time.
John King's going to burn his final timeout here. I don't know if they didn't have the correct personnel on the field or what. But he came running in, called that timeout. Now, it's not so important for the defense to have a timeout in this situation because you're protecting the lead. You want the clock to go.
Well, the only problem for Longview scoring that touchdown is they left too much time on the clock.
Well, I think it's all Keeneland Williams' fault for making a big return to the 38-yard line and leaving such a short field to work with. See the Lobo faithful across the way, all fired up. 48 seconds left. Who goes on, Longview or Lufkin? Thomas in the pocket, flushed out, brought down, sack! J.C. Blakemore!
They're going to spike it. They don't want to call a timeout. They're going to spike it.
Loss of 3 back to the 28-yard line, but it's going to cost them a play if they don't burn the timeout.
They're going to
and seconds. There's the spike with 29.
Well, they've just got one timeout left, and they want to save that.
Here's the sack. He just broke through 2 defenders to make the sack. He came into the ball game with 8, or with 7, make it 8. None bigger than that one right there.
Jadarian Blakemore came in on his tippy toes or something because somehow, some way, Jaquan Thomas didn't hear him.
3rd down and 13 now. Thomas launches it deep down the middle. It's intercepted at the 35-yard line. Lister back the other way to the 40.
Go down,
to the 45
Lister.
to midfield. And at the 45 in Lufkin territory, that should do it. Jaquan Lister with his 4th interception of the season should have sealed the deal for the Longview Lobos to go to the semifinals for the first time since 2010.
Look at Lister playing center field there, just makes the catch. I know Coach King right now is saying, get down, get down. How about Lister stepping up? He's a playmaker.
One of the keys to their defense. And now, for me, the best play in all of football, victory formation, because you know your team has won it. King under center, they get surrounded him, takes a knee. Will Lufkin use their final timeout or not?
Yep, they will.
Yep. Todd Quick will use it. He'll stop the clock with 6 seconds left. So hold the celebration, hold the Gatorade bath. We're going to have one more play, and there's the hero, Jaquan Lister. Saved the day for the Longview Lobos in a back-and-forth second half.
So many big plays. Isaiah Phillips with the 3 rushing touchdowns. Keeneland Williams had some big plays. Jaquan Edwards, on and on.
You know, King overcomes 2 interceptions here in the second half to throw the winning touchdown to Perry. Second TD catch of the day for Perry. What a bounce back and forth this game has been. 9 seconds on the clock. 1 victory formation kneel down, and Longview gonna get by one of their arch rivals and advance to the state semifinals for the first time since 2010. Time expired. Longview 33, Lufkin 32 in one whale of a matchup today here at Homer Bryce Stadium. How about the look on John King?
Glad it's over.
He's saying, I don't know that I got anything left in this gas tank, man. Oh, my goodness. Well, that's going to do it. It was 13-10 at the break. What an exciting second half. Each team with 3 touchdowns, and Longview holds on to win it. 33-32 over Lufkin. They will play the winner tonight's game against Waco Midway and South Lake Carroll next Saturday. So for Jeff Power and our entire crew, Tom Franklin saying so long from Nacogdoches. Thank you for joining us on Flow Sports.
Teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to Ticketmaster.com. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday night on Fox Sports Southwest.